Good evening, everybody. This is Johnny Seville. This is your executive summary for stock setups for the 19th of January. The S&P continues to go sideways. We're likely to continue that going into Thursday as we, of course, have our last day of open range positive bias being tomorrow, and the open range resetting on the 20th, which also comes at the same time as Trump's inauguration. So expect to see the start of a new surge or the beginning of a drop at the end of this week. Now, the stocks above the 50-day moving average index, MMFI, has had a major decline from 80% down to 66% just in the last 2 weeks. So a substantial move down. If we look at that on the weekly basis, this has either been the trigger point for a bigger decline. Certainly, if you look at historically, you can see that any decline that dropped from 80 has usually broken down significantly further. If we look at the history of this, very rarely have we ever seen a decline from 80 recover. Not here. That wasn't one. Not here. Not here. Not here. Not here. Not here. Not here. So if statistically, if we look back over the history of the performance of stocks rejecting off the 80 percentile range, it has always resulted in a drop. So that may be a warning sign for people on the long side to start clinching profits. Certainly individual stocks still can rally from here, but as an overall indicator, we look like we're going into the oversold territory at the very least. Now, going into stocks that we'd like to have a chat about, we can start with PENN. Now, this looks like a potentially good short here. If this one, Pennsylvania International Gaming, if this one was to break down below 12.97, I'd look at a target of 12.07. And I look at a stop of 13.47, so just above where the 9-day moving average is at 13.45. This looks like it's starting to take on momentum criteria, and then this would bring us down to our previous trend line that we can see has been established over quite a while here. This could also mean that it ends up becoming a head and shoulders, which could give it a further decline down towards the $10 range, but that'll be something that will be determined as a possible secondary setup once we get to that target area. So looking for a break at 12.97 down to 12.07. Look at a stop criteria of 13.47. CCI. CCI report soon. This is something I believe is report next week. I've been looking at the February $82.50 puts or even the $85 puts for CCI. This is a very speculative type of setup, and looking at a pennant breakdown opportunity, which would bring us down towards this area. You can see around 78. So $82.50 or $85 puts in February is what I would look to play that. Okay, AMD. Now these guys report here at the end of the month. AMD also in shorting territory and options during earnings strategy, something we discussed last week on Friday. We talked about it on Tuesday as well. In terms of where it's currently at, I would look at the April $10 puts. They're currently $1.38, and again we'll be looking at a target down here by April of around $7.67. Okay. For a stop loss on that one, I'd be looking at 11.07. So I look at a stop loss of 11.07 there. All right, now moving on to the existing report, or stocks in the existing report, I would look at MNST. This one's looking very good, has a good breakdown from the area we discussed previously. It's kind of retested the resistance from below and is breaking down. That one's looking good. JWN. Also looking good. This one had an outside day today. That means a higher high and a higher low of the previous candle. So that even though it looks red and it closed high, neither one really means that it's done much. It's an outside day, which means no direction either way. So we'll wait for that to see if that breaks down lower. Want to bring your attention back to Six Flags. Six Flags, I still like. I still really like this. I'd look at the March $60 puts, which are at $2.30, or the June $6 puts, which are at $3.79. I'd look at a stop of $63.13, and this would be a momentum play to the downside. So target could be as low as $50. I still like Six Flags. I'd still give this one a go. All right, on the long side of things, Ivanhoe, IVNCA, also on the US markets. This one is moving extremely strongly since we had alerted you to that back in early January. It's just pushing. This could be a 20 to 30 bagger. So this is obviously moving very well, and the one we'll keep our eye on. So if you're in that, doing well. ECPG also doing extremely strong. This one has broken above its $30 target here, or entry criteria, and is now closing high in its range with extremely strong money flow. ECPG looking extremely good. And OSG, of course, another one from our stock report. This one moving strong. Again, the money flow is accumulating very, very well. We're looking at the 50-day moving average as an exit target to at least take some profit, if not a complete exit, depending on how the stock is moving at that point. INOV, this one moving up and up and up. Again, you'll see that similar pattern, this moving average supported system. This one continues to push. Again, the 50-day moving average is really going to be something that we look at for a short-term profit-taking criteria. We talked about the $10 and $11 calls on this one, and it's continuing to push up well. So that one's also one of my favorites. NWL. This one just is hopefully about to break out. Very strong movement on this one so far. Keep your eyes on this. Again, one of our favorites, MPET. This is the beauty of setting targets. MPET pushed all the way up and hit its target of 1583, and as you can see, all the way back down to 1315. That's why you have targets. MPET, beautiful target entry. And last but not least, RRD, Donnelly and Sons. This one also looking strong, broken out of its downward channel, and looking for that to run up towards its 1950 target there. So beautiful push. Now there it is, and I hope you enjoyed that very much. Of course, this is an opportune time if you aren't already a member of our executive summary service. This is something that you could be receiving all throughout the week, as well as our live trading rooms on Tuesday and Thursday. All you need to do is subscribe for $9 for a full month, and you can be accessing this on a regular basis. So again, go to acornwealthcorp.com/gold to give it a try. Otherwise, we'll be seeing all of you other full-fledged members on the next trading room, and all of you newer members. Take care.